Ayo, who made this? MO7 did it again.
Thank you for coming, Kidavelly. A controversial character, I may say, from what I hear. I don't know too much about you myself, but I hear a lot of things about you, but I don't know too much myself. So instead of me just listening to what they say on the internet, it's best that we get it straight from the horse's mouth. So before we get there, let's start from the very start. Where are you from? Where's your family from? What's your background? And where did you grow up?
Obviously, I grew up, I'm from Tabard Estate.
Yeah.
Tabard, like Borough, Elephant and Castle. Country, I'm from Zimbabwe.
From Zimbabwe, Mugabe troops and them, man.
Yeah, but fuck Mugabe, you get me? He's done out his still, you get me? You see, I heard he passed away, you get me?
So,
So,
Zimbabwe, so was you born here in the UK?
Yeah, I was born here in the UK, still British citizen, red passport, everything, you get me?
Okay, so in regards to your upbringing, was you always in South London, always in Southwark?
To be honest with you, I grew up in Southwark and Lambeth.
Okay.
You get me? Grew up in Lambeth, but I was always based in Southwark as well, you get me? So I was based in both areas growing up, you know what I'm saying? So,
okay. What school did you go to?
Woolworth.
Woolworth, okay.
Yeah, Woolworth Academy, you know, it's moved to Old Kent Road like years ago, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how was you academically? Was you one of the top set kids? Was you a clever kid or was you disruptive?
To be honest with it was both, innit? Like, man used to be disruptive, but in the other way, when it came to doing tests and stuff like that, I was good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was still past my GCSEs, even I'd done 6 GCSEs, but I passed 3, innit?
Okay.
3 out of 6 at least is better than nothing out of people like us, you know what I mean?
No, I hear that. What about family home? Who did you live with at home?
At home. Obviously, from growing up, my grandma and granddad, they grew me up, innit?
Okay.
So obviously, yeah, when I was born here, but obviously I got taken to Zim when my mum and dad split up, innit?
Yeah.
I was staying with my grandma and granddad. I grew up thinking they was my mum and dad, you know what I mean?
Okay, wow.
So with them, it was a thing like that, you know what I mean? I just grew up like just thinking they were my mum and dad, like they grew up with me. But coming as obviously, you know, you lived with your marriage and stuff like that. Got my own house as well, but you know, but mostly grew up with my mum, innit?
Okay. So I was gonna say, did you know your mum and dad later on in life?
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. Later on in life, obviously, you're gonna know that, innit? Obviously, your brain's still, them times your brain's still little, you get me?
Yeah.
Once it develops, you know, innit? Like, you get me? You started to know, obviously, you started to get told things and that and stuff like that, because my mum, they used to come and see me and stuff like that. Anyways, you get me? Even when she sent me back there when I was young.
Did you have siblings or was you the only child?
Only child, bro. But I did grow up around a lot of my cousins and that, innit?
Yeah.
Like, they were like brothers to me growing up, you know what I mean? I grew up around a lot of, you know what I mean? A lot of my cousins, they were like brothers to me, you get me? But growing up now, just what I'm doing, innit? I'm just me.
Being the only child, how did you think that affected you? Did it make you want to sort of have friends and meet people and get to know people, or was it a thing that where you wanted to be a sort of lone soldier because you're used to being by yourself?
To be honest with you, like what you just said, yeah, lone soldier, I was used to being by myself, you know what I mean? I've been used to being by myself for years, like, you get me? So when I'm around, like, when you're used to being by yourself, it's just something that you're used to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're used to it, innit? Like, but you still know who's your relatives. They're still my relatives, my cousins, whatever that's been around me, innit? But I've been used to me being by myself, you get me? And I've been strong and carried myself going, you know what I mean?
So what did you want to be as a young Kidavelly? Like, what was the dream, aspiration? You know, in the UK, kids want to be footballers, musicians. What was it for you?
To be honest with you, I've always dreamed of being an artist. You get me? Artist and doing even acting. You see, like acting and music. I always wanted to be a musician. That was always my first thing. But on the other hand, I had dreams as well on the second hand to be like actors and stuff like that. You get me? I grew up listening, like hearing people, like watching people on TV like Leonardo DiCaprio, all these man, Johnny Depp's and that. You get me? Like, so Idris Elba and all these people. So when you grow up, like, that was my dreams to ever do. Music was my first thing, and the acting. You get me?
Musically, who was you listening to growing up as a teenager? Who's the sound?
Them times there, I was listening to people like Skepta, Wiley. You get me?
Was you into grime then?
Yeah, them times there, because you see in the era that I was growing up in, it was like that was the music then. You know what I mean? That's what the music was then. So it was people like Wiley, Skepta, JME, what's his name, DEE, people like that, Scorcher, and people like that. That's who I grew up listening to. You know what I'm saying? And then when it came to the drill stuff, it was people like Chief Keef, Little Reese, Little Herb, and G Herb and stuff like that.
Chicago.
Yeah, the Chicago team. Those are the ones that motivated man now to start doing drill. You get me?
Yeah. So in regards to, like you said, you grew up in Southwark and Lambeth. What's the connection? Did you have family over in Lambeth? Did you have some family over in Tabard? How did it work?
Obviously, I had family that lived in Southwark and Lambeth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just moved yards. So I've moved now to Tabard. You get me?
Yeah.
So it was a thing, but I was always based there because what happened was that my auntie lived in Thingy, in Tabard.
Yeah.
So I lived with my parents in Bricky. So they just switched yards, innit?
Okay.
So by that time there, I was in jail when that happened. You feel me? I was in jail when that was like 014. But I always still was based in Tabard. That's why a lot of people know me from Tabard. You know what I'm saying?
How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking? How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 26 now, brother.
26. So you said you went to jail in 2014. That'd be when you were 20. Was that your first time in jail, or you've been in jail before?
To be honest, that was my second time in jail that time, in 2014.
So before we get into why you went to jail, did you find yourself at any point joining any gangs, getting involved in badnesses?
Yeah, my bro, you know, it's just that, it's the area that I grew up in, my brother, you know what I'm saying? So you just started jumping on this gang thing. You got mixed in with the wrong crowds, innit? Like, it is what it is, innit? But
were you in Lambeth at the time?
Yeah, it was Lambeth and Tabard, so I can say both of them.
Okay, yeah.
Because even I was Bricky, but I was still living in Tabard, innit? Okay. We were still living in Bricky, so it's like both places I was staying in, you know what I'm saying? So it's like where you grow up in, like Tabard and Brixton, obviously that's the gutter.
Yeah.
It's where man grew up as a person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you're growing up in them sort of environments, it's different, isn't it? Like you're around nobody that's really gonna push you to go forward, you know what I mean? You're around people you're around negativity and certain people that want to see you win, but majority of in the hood, you know, like it's different, isn't it? Like everybody just wants to see you down, innit? Like, you know what I mean? What
about college? Did you go to college at any point?
To be honest, I even went to college. I done college. I went to you know, the Lambeth College in Wandsworth Road. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I went to there, done a bricklaying course. Yeah. You had to do English, maths, science on the side of that as well, and IT. You get me? I done that, passed both through level 1 and level 2. And
at no point did you think about university or anything?
Well, university, you know what it is, brother? Well, university, I just thought to myself, like, you don't really need to go uni to be labelled as a smart person, you know what I mean? Because I know people that's been university and they still don't have no jobs, you know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of people like that from the past, like, you feel me? Like, they've been in uni, but you've done all that 4 years in uni and you got to pay back like 40 grand and you still can't even get a job when you've got there in your certificate that you've passed your course, you know what I mean?
No, I hear that. So the name Kidavelly, where does it come from?
Kidavelly, I made that because I used to be called Kid Kano back in the day.
Kid who, sorry?
Kid Kano.
You know what? I put up an old school video of an old school Southwark DVD, and someone actually put it in a comment. They said there was a guy called Kano that was rapping, and they said that, I think they said, oh, that's where Kidavelly got his name because he's Kano's younger, Tiny, so you used to be Tiny Kano.
Yeah, it used to be that. It was that Tiny Kano, Kid Kano, but Kid Kano was the one I liked, innit? Like, that's what you saw, that Kano there, that was Big Kano. And you had Kano. But the older Kano there, you have to remember, they were OC originally, innit? Yeah. He was, like, me and him are cool, innit? But we all just went our separate ways, and I stopped kind of associating with them man there, you know what I mean? But, like, you get me? So, when I was there, obviously, they put me up in it, like, from the start. Yeah, I was Kid Kano, cool, Tiny Kano, aka Kid Kano, but you know, like when it gets to a certain point, you realise that these man never had man. You feel me? Niggas like that can be sitting on a hell of things and ain't even trying to help me out. You know what I'm saying? To be up. So when I thought about that and we've had an argument, I've done my own thing. So from that old 15 times, I started calling myself Kidavelly. You feel me?
Okay. So you said you went to jail twice. Is it just twice or more than twice?
But I've been jailed like 5 times.
5 times. Can you go through every single moment? Why have you gone to jail? What? And let's go with why you went to jail the first time, and then I'll go into how it was going to jail. So, why did you go into jail the first time?
The first time, brother, that was mad, didn't it? I can't lie to you, man. That was just like for some robbery things and like armed robbery thing and fucking and food, innit?
Okay.
How long so the armed robbery that was separate, and I got caught with food and a shank in it, and I got 4 years.
Okay.
4 years DT from 2011 to 2013.
How old was you at the time? How old was you at the time?
That time there, I should have been 17. 17.
How was it? Did you go to Feltham?
Yeah, I was in Feltham first, yeah.
And how was it in Feltham at the time? Did you get into any madnesses? Was it?
What's that, sorry?
Did you get into any madnesses in Feltham, or was it pretty calm?
But to be honest, the first, like, you know, because I've just adapted myself to the jail thing. That was my first time in jail. Like, it's cool, innit? Like, everything was calm, but, you know, down the line, I got into a couple madnesses, you know what I'm saying? Started seeing people I had beef with and stuff like that, innit? So you know, it's jail, so obviously...
Who was you kind of... Sorry to cut you. Who was you kind of beefing then? Because, like, you said you're kind of a lone soldier and not really part of a gang, per se. So who was you beefing with?
Like, them times there, it was between beef for like PYGs and the Woolly Road youths, and it was a Brixton youth, young youths, young PDC. We school with the gas gang youths and OC youths and stuff, innit? We used to ride on the Brooklyn youths as well, you know what I'm saying? So we used to ride, so that time it was between them two gangs, innit?
Brooklyn was also right next to, not too far from Tabard, I would say.
Yeah, exactly, just up the road, like, we was cool, like, me and the Brooklyn youths, like, we was cool. Johnny Guns, that's my brethren, you feel me? Cass, you know, man, that Cass STP. All of them used Tiny Talks, all them, and they were there. They were man's people, Young Blaze, all these man. There's a lot more you can say in it, but they were just up the road, innit? But
so it gets to a point that you come out of jail and you didn't learn your lesson or something. What happened next? How did you go back to jail again?
You know what is my brother? Like, I'm a person that didn't like jail. You feel me? I can't, like, I can ride my sentence, but just living like that is not me. But if you have got to ride your sentence, you got to do that or just kill yourself, innit? But in a way, I can say about it, it's long, innit? It's long, brother. Like, you get me? The jail thing, it's not something that I want to see myself in, you know what I mean? Being in that sort of position, it's long because there's certain people I see in jail that's begging for their freedom, brother, to come out. Yeah. I've been in jail, like, I'm talking about man's got these light sentences and certain man got probably like 10 years to go. Like, you know what I mean, fam? Like,
so was it what was the most severe sentence you got? Was it the first one that you got? Was it the most major one you got 4 years, or was it other sentences that were much longer than that?
To be honest with you, all the sentences I've done, they've all been madnesses. Okay. Like the other ones, there's certain that I've done it's been a couple months, but that 4 year due to, it kind of made you think a certain way, innit? Yeah. Because where you've been jail once, as they say, you're always going to go back again once, but that wasn't my plan. Like, you've come out, I'm cool for a couple months, and then you're just back into fuckeries, bro, you know what I mean? It's not like I want to be back in the fuckeries, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not trying to be back in the fuckeries, I'm trying to come back, but it's motivated me in a certain way to start doing music and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
So let's just touch on the music then. Because I was doing my bit of research, and I got like a researcher, does a lot of research for me. And he's going, if you look at Kidavelly, you couldn't name any of his songs really, but you know him for the controversy. Do you think the controversy is taking over your art?
To be honest with you, brother, you can't be right, innit? And I'm not even really happy about that, you feel me? I'm not happy about that because you still get love for my music, innit? People still see the music, but what's been put on me on Insta Lives and stuff like that, yeah? Me just trying to back myself, like, more time, you won't even see me really like that. I'm just backing myself, you know what I mean? But when you see it, obviously people know I do music, innit? But when you see it like that with other people just capping on my name, making and editing videos, copying out words, that's obviously some people are going to look at it like that because now it's flooded with that sort of nonsense, you know what I mean? That shouldn't even be on YouTube.
Because I'm saying, because it's hard to find more of your music, it's more just easier to find all the controversy.
Exactly. If you type in my name, I understand exactly what you're saying. It's going to come up with lives, and you'll see a couple of videos, innit? Couple music videos that will come in. Like, let's say it could start off with maybe 1 music videos and then like 6 Insta Lives and then 3 music videos, yeah? But I don't like what's going on there, you get me? Because like it's like people are just capping on my name, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That nobody that know me and exactly know, even real people, they know I'm not that guy that these people put me, like, they want to put my image out on the internet as, you feel me? Yeah. I'm not, like, you feel me? That this is what I'm saying. So I don't like what's going on, my brother, innit?
But would you say you thrive on the controversy a bit because it does keep you relevant, it keeps people talking about you, and it kind of brings a buzz to you?
To be honest with you, you're right. It still keeps the buzz and that, and still keeps everything popping in it, my brother. But the way certain people are promoting me, I'm not happy about that, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I've never been happy with that because that stuff there, even though it's keeping your name popping, I have to respect that, innit? But the way people are promoting it, they're going over the top now, G. Just like lying on a nigga's name. You get me? You're lying on someone that you're just lying on my name and capping everything about me, fam. So I'm just a nigga trying to do his thing. You know what I mean?
I guess it's similar to a bit like AC or how Russ was as well. But Russ, I guess, capitalized it with dropping his music. And do you think music is the way forward for you because you're 26 now? Or is the thing that way you got other things? I know you talked about acting before. Is there anything else that we can look at Kidavelly and say, okay, Kidavelly is known for this?
To be honest with you, music, innit? Because I've always like music is me. I think that's the way out of the hood. That's my only thing. I see it as my only hope out of the hood. You know what I mean? That's the only talents that I probably have. I've got a lot of talents in life, but music and yeah, even doing movies and stuff like that. That's my best talent. You get me?
Would you then say like the stuff online? It's a bit like wrestling. Then it's not really anything that's serious. You know, wrestling. Everyone you grow up and you realize, oh, this won't be serious. Do you think that it's just a bit of banter? Because I can say it two ways. Looking at some of the stuff, I can say either this guy just was on bad behavior, or this guy is actually a genius troll. He's actually a comedian, and we don't know he's actually a comedian. Would you class yourself as a comedian, or would you just say, you know what, you're actually being serious when you're having these issues on the internet?
To be honest with you, my brother, I just say what's on my mind, innit? If someone's gonna draw me out, I'm backing myself. Sometimes I don't reply back to stuff, innit? So, and then the comedian stuff, I could say, if you're a comedian, that means I'm bringing entertainment and joy to people, you know what I mean? I still got that talent as well where I can entertain the thing, but you get me? But more time, I'm just being myself, brother. You know what I mean? I'm just being myself. You get me? I'm just being me. Like, you get me? Like, me, the character, they want to see me as people that really know me, even with blue ticks, they hit me up and tell me these things, just ignore it. You feel me? Sometimes I can get drawn out, but you can say, comedian thing, that at least the talent's there, innit? But people want to look at me at that sort of way because of what they're seeing on the internet without really doing their background research, then, you know what I'm saying, brother, that you get me? I'm not there to be a troll or nothing like that. You get me?
Would you say
but I'm just backing my image. I'm just trying to back my image, innit? And clear it back myself.
Would you say you got real life beefs out there, or like I said, it's just all kind of gimmicks, really?
Oh, there's real life beef out there, G.
Yeah.
There's real life beef there, innit? Like, the real life beef, it is what it is. As I said to you, man, I'm just keeping myself cool, innit? But I've got a lot of people that want me dead as well. You get me? So,
is it that serious that people actually want you dead, or people think, you know what,
that's serious,
he talks too much?
You see what it is, like, these people you might see on the internet just talking shit, yeah, like, some of them, they're just capping and they're not my ops. I've been on live with people I actually have beef with. It's all there on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? I have real life ops, bro, like, you feel me? But for anybody trying to talk on man's name, then, you know, that just leave that to the streets, my brother. That's all it is, innit? Like, all these niggas talking, they just come cap because they see man's got hate on the internet, innit?
Why do you think you got hate, though? Why do you think you got hate? Why do you think people hate you? What is it about you that makes them like, oh, fuck Kidavelly?
But I don't understand why people hate, my G, innit? I'm just being myself, you get me? Me being myself, I'm a verbalist, bro, innit? I can't lie, people know me, even my nigga knows that. Yeah, people know me, I can talk too much, but I'm always still a nigga that goes forward, you get me? I talk too much, obviously it's cool, I still go forward, innit? So, it's not like I haven't back my chat, innit? Like, right now, I'm just focusing, you get me? Just trying to be a musician and do my thing, innit? And get money, that's it, like, you feel me? And live life. I've got kids, look after my youths, fam. Make sure
how many kids you have?
2, bro.
And how do you feel as a father? What sense of pride does that give you as a father?
It's gave me a lot of pride, my brother. It's made me look like now, if I ever ghost anytime today or tomorrow, they're gonna carry on my legacy, innit? And I love my twin girls to life, you get me? They respect me, you get me?
But do you think then, like I said, with all the controversy, as they're growing up, that's on the internet, that's staying on the internet, them getting older, looking at that, you wonder about how that might affect them?
To be honest, yeah, I did kind of think like that, innit? When they grow up and they see something like that, obviously they're gonna think a certain way. But you see, with my youths, they've got man's blood, so they're gonna be strong and they're gonna know that they're always gonna love me. You know what I'm saying? The same love I've got for them is the same love that they're gonna have for me. You know what I'm saying? If they see someone that growing up, they might think, oh, red tear, but I don't think my kids are gonna think like that. They're still gonna always think as they are. this is my dad that actually looked after me. That's put money down for them. You get me? That's done this for them. You get me? They're gonna grow up, but obviously when you're young, you're not gonna see it as that. But when they grow up, they're gonna know man's that looked after my kids. Even when I have argument with my baby mom and stuff like that, she knows I look after my kids, bro. Like, she will never sleep this me and be like, oh, because we're not talking. She's not gonna go behind my back and start saying, oh, kid don't look after his youths, this and that. She still bigs me up because they know. You know what I mean? So I just hope they grow up and still look at me, because I think when they grow up, they're not gonna take this shit seriously. You get me? They're just gonna look at it as like, yeah, my dad still looked after me. So how the hell can he be described as all this stuff if he really done good stuff to them?
So we're going to touch on a bit more controversy. I see today you're not jeweled up. People say, why is he always wearing fake jewellery? What would you say to that?
To be honest with you, with the fake jewellery, it's long. I've had certain people and that from Hatton Garden that's got to me about my jewellery. My jewellery ain't fake, bro. Like, you feel me? I wish I should have brought my jewellery today. I swear down, we could have just done a diamond test or get a diamond tester and we'll prove.
I actually bought the diamond test. I thought you were going to bring your jewellery, you know?
Oh, I swear down.
Nah, I didn't even bring it. I didn't bring it. I wasn't going to jewelry.
I swear down. I wish you did. I wish I had my jewellery, because I would have done that, because that. Because every jeweler does different sort of styles, innit?
Alright, we got on camera right now, yeah? Can we do a thing there where I do a documentary and I come with a diamond tester and we can set a date and you say, you know what, come test my jewellery?
Yeah, we should do something like that.
Why do you think people think your jewelry is fake then? Because to be fair, it looks overly shiny, if I must admit myself.
Let me just say one thing. Let me just say one thing, yeah? Very, really shiny. Listen, I've been to a lot of jewel shops as well myself.
Yeah.
In Hatton Gardens. I've seen a lot of chains. I'm seeing people like, what's that name of that jewel shop? He's called
we talk about A jewelers.
No, not A jewel. There's another jeweler, right? And he does a lot of fake stuff. And Hatton Gardens, their chains are shiny as well. But it doesn't have to say that it's fake or anything. A lot of jewels shine a lot. Even I've seen people like Fredo's things. These things shine a lot. Doesn't mean that it's fake. He's got a lot of hate to him. So a lot of people are gonna think, oh, it's fake. Oh, it's fake. Because the people make hate out of nothing.
That's all it is.
They just say,
that's all it is.
You go on Instagram live, they say, if I join, they'll cuss me, then next minute, whoever backs him, they'll get onto him. That it's all out of hate. Like, and once you got a lot of hate, oh man, it's just a lot to say, man.
That's exactly what it is, my brother. Because you see with that, my brother, yeah? If it shines bare, that's good quality. You get me? If the thing's shining more, that's good quality. That means you're getting better than what other people are saying. It's all about who you network with, my brother. You get me? You get your jewelry, bro. My thing, you can see it, bro. That you get me? My other 061, they got the silver thing. My 061 pennant, that's got baguette diamonds.
What, it's silver?
The other thing, it's got fucking VVS.
You just said it's silver. Is it silver or is it white gold or is it platinum?
It's just like a white gold silver thing, innit? It's a silver thing, innit? But obviously with the diamonds and that, obviously it's got baguette diamonds.
You know, people might get onto you now because they're saying you said it's silver. People might get onto you now because you said that it was silver.
Why would they get onto me for what?
Because it's silver.
Yeah, obviously I'm not talking about just that normal silver. You know the silver whatever comes with the chain, innit?
Yeah.
You've got in silver, whatever, white gold, you get me? Like, it's the same thing like that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, my brother, innit? Like, from the chains there, my jeweler, I've tagged my jewelers, like, they've confirmed.
I'm not trying to draw you out. I'm trying to get the I guess, a question people kind of want to know. So, how much would you say you spent on all your jewels?
Bro, I won't lie to you, innit? I'm not going to be, even if it's an interview, yeah? Man ain't going to cap, innit? Like, at the end of the day, see, for the 2061 things I've got, yeah, I paid 3 bags each for them, innit? That was 3 bags each. You feel me? That's it. My AP, that was 15 bags, bro. You feel me? I paid 15 bags for that. It's there. That my AP is not fake because I showed the back of the thing. It's got the Royal Oak. It's got the barcode thing in the back. It's got the code at the back. You feel me? So man's not here to capture anyone, bro. It's what I paid for, innit? If my jeweler bumped me, then I have to get onto him for that. You get me? But obviously, it's raw. You get me? Because when I get it from them, it's whatever you do it. I'll meet man and make sure that he does a diamond tester with man on the spot. If I know it's fake, but that's what I'm saying. Every jeweler is different. Their things looks. Not every jeweler is gonna have the same diamonds or the same craft work. You get me? That they're putting into their thing. Everyone's thing's different, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's what I'm saying now about the minute that. So everybody clapping on my thing about jewelry and this. I don't know why people are hating on my jewelry, bro. Like, I've never said in my life that I've got a 50 bag chain or got a 50 bag this, bro. You get me? It's what I'm hollering at people. I've hollered them and we've said the thing, cool, you're going to give it to me for that price. So I make it, it's still real. You get me?
Yeah. So what I'm say, can you shout out your jewelers so that people can you actually shout out your jeweler? Say, this is my jeweler, so people can go to that jeweler.
But I've already added that. I don't even need to do that on camera, innit? Before man them start coming on your channel and chatting shit, innit? Or nothing. It's not even no capping thing or nothing like that, innit? My jewelers are there, bro. Like, you get me? I've followed them and I fuck with a lot of people as well, man. You get me?
So you said you added them already?
I've got some new work coming out with my nigga Sub-Zero Jules from Hatton Gardens. We're gonna do something together. I spoke to him, but my other jewelers, let's not really put that on camera. You get me? I've already put it out there already, innit? Like, you get me? But everyone just chat shit. You feel me? Because what they see on the website, they just chat and bare shit. That's what I'm saying. The people that always chat shit is the fucking trolls, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, my jeweler's cool with that. Whatever he shows on his website, if he gets shit on request, it's a different thing. You get me? It's a different thing, bro. You're gonna request for real shit. You get me? You're getting a real shit with VVS, whatever. Forget about what you're seeing on man's post. If you really want to invest your bread, you can get something different. You get me? That's it.
Why do you think you're bothered about what people say about jewelry?
No, bro. I've never been bothered by that. Yeah. That's why I've just kept it cool and I still rock my jewelry, bro. Because that people getting onto man about jewelry, that it's not always about jewelry, fam. You get me? Jewelry is just something you're gonna wear. Obviously, if you work hard, you gotta treat yourself. You get me? But it's not always about jewelry and this and that, innit? But at the end of the day, bro, like I've never really took that serious because I know everybody that's clapping on my name. Every website they say, if they can come and show me proof and receipts that I got my shit from whatever they're saying, I just see that it's pure hatred, bro. That's pure hatred to try and get a nigga down. And these are fake accounts. Not even a real fucking person says that, G. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. No real person says that. So, you know what I mean, fam? You just gotta keep doing you, my brother. You get me, fam? You still rock your shit. You're happy with your shit. You rock your stuff, innit? Soon, I'm up in my level, innit? And then, you get me? That's it.
I hear that.
You gotta start from somewhere, innit? Yeah, but you're not getting no 50 bag chain, man. Start from getting 3-4 bags chains. Like, you get me? But they still roll, and it's got real VVS or VS diamonds or SI diamonds, whatever. You get me? It's still roll. You get me? But on baguette diamonds and shit like that. But you know how it is, man. You know how it goes, man. People just love to hate, innit? So I see people are hating on my jewelry. People constantly shouldn't be hating on the next man's jewelry that you're saying you got this from, but the jewelry don't look the same from what they're comparing that my jewelry's from. You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah. It's just stupid, bro, man. I don't get it. Can't take that in, man.
So let's go back to the music quickly, because as you said, first and foremost, you're an artist. What would you say is your best song that's out there?
My best song, my brother, I would say Up Boy, Rolling and Dishing Out. Obviously, we'll just go for a couple, innit? My favourite songs I think I've made, yeah, is Up Boy, Rolling and Dishing Out. Up Boy, Rolling and Dishing Out, Batman and Robin, and
Crash with a hit, but you know, Crash with a hit, but you know,
yeah, and Crash, yeah, oh yeah, Crash as well. It should have hit still. You get me? This is what I'm saying, but I never really had the right people that was really pushing me. You get me? To get to the top. That's the only thing that I should have really had people backing me. But I'll say Up Boy, Crash, Bolden and Dishing Out, and what's the other one? And Up Block Body. I think them 4 tunes are like all my tunes. I love all my tunes, innit? But them 4 I can say is the ones that got a lot of love, my G. You get me?
Do you think people sleep on your music?
This is what I'm saying. That if I had links, people that was really pushing me, I've never had people big and serious to really push my music. I've had to do it on my ones, pay for my music videos, locations, cars, whatever the cars for the videos or rentals, whatever for the videos. I've done that, but I've never had no one pushing me. Get me? Because that's what I'm saying. I'm slept on. But people know I'm hard. Don't get it twisted, because don't just look at me as Insta Live G. Every area I go to, I'm so big. People come and show me love. They love the tunes. They talk about my music and the Insta Lives, innit? But I haven't had no one pushing me forward like that to really make me get to the top. You feel me?
So we're saying you're looking for management. You're gonna put it out there right now. There's a manager.
Yeah, I need a management, innit? I need management. Still, I've got someone that's been managing me. He's been cool, innit? He's been cool. It's like basic management. They're there to push me to the top, innit? It's that independent thing and that. They're there to push me to the top. He's plugged man up, done a tune of my man from the Migos group, Migo Domingo and Evander Grimm. Some Vivo came out like in November.
Okay.
I think it was probably the 2nd of November or something. They came out last year. Like we done our thing, bruv. Like, you get me? They showed it down. They respect, man. You know what I'm saying? They respect, man, because if I was, they've seen their researchers and their label, like Migo and Ease were fucking quality control music. You know what I'm saying? And my man's done the same thing. That man, they got long money, bro. Like, they wouldn't want to fuck with me. They've seen what's going on, but they just say, yeah, bruv. Like, they don't care about that. You're just talented in music. That's what they're looking for. What they see on the internet, they know that you're just getting set up like what everybody else says to me. It's only the Instagram live, but on my DMs, on all my social medias, Snapchat, Insta, Twitter, it's all the same thing. You get me? Like, people come and show me love. I'm getting tagged with my music. You get me? People love the music, but I'm just trying to push it more. You know what I'm saying? So that I can have, like, because I've never really had people behind me pushing my thing out there like that. You know what I'm saying, Bobs? Like, it's mad.
What UK artists would you like most to work with?
I would say, shit, that's a good question still. I'll say number 1, M. Huncho. I'd love to work with him. Skepta as well. Skepta. You know, don't get it twisted. There's other people in my mind, but I'm not forgetting it.
But why those two especially?
Nah, cool. M. Huncho, I say M. Huncho, Skepta, LD and Dimsy. I like them because when I listen to the music, I feel it more. You get me?
Yeah.
I feel the energy and the more... I just feel it. You get me? Like, you know what I mean? You know that's music. Like, the sound is correct, flow, everything is on point. You feel me? I feel them two, like Skepta, M. Huncho, LD and Dimsy. I feel the thing in the UK proper. You get me? I like that. I like that still.
So what would you say then? Where do you rank? Would you say in regards to UK music, for example? Do you think not enough people know you, or do you think it's still that people know you but they just hate on you?
That's exactly what it is, but people know me but they hate on man, innit? But I'm still doing me, my G, innit? Because my tunes, I'll always make it pump out there. You get me?
Are you gonna stop? Are you gonna stop the verbals?
It's not even verbal. It's not even verbal. It's just that you just gotta back yourself. You just gotta literally just back yourself. Like, if you're getting drawn out, okay, you don't get to their attention, but just if you put the Instagram side away, like, musically he's good. Punchlines on point, like everything on point. People just sleep on him. People just need to stay woke. The more music coming real soon. And the people are hating on him now, sooner or later, they'll start coming back to him and start saying, oh, I'll do you from day one and start kicking with you. They're going to have none of all of that. Because once you're slept on, no one's going to want to fuck with you. Like, but when people start seeing you, oh yeah, you're there at the top. Then people want to start fucking with you. All of that shit is...
So what's your story in J1? How long have you known Kidavelly?
A minute now, innit? A hot bit. Yeah.
Was that a year, couple of years? You go back from young?
Looking at what, 2 years now?
2 years.
2 years now, yeah.
Okay, how did you guys meet?
Flipping, from tabs in that, from the ends in it. Like, I've seen them about like, and ever since then, like, I've just been fucking. I met him one time and just tabs in it and just start talking, and then from there, yeah, start building up.
So, do you do music yourself?
No, I don't do music. I just, I'm doing something different. Like me, I just do focus on my trading and everything else.
Oh, you're a trader?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, what country are you from?
Nigeria.
Okay. You a buyer?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys love your money.
Cool, man.
Love it. You like
So,
boys,
let me just touch on you then. So, you've seen all of these jewels and you believe they're all real?
Yeah.
What makes you so sure? Have you been there when he's meant to buy the jewels?
I know, listen. Like, not even in a bias thing. But I know my guy. My guy won't lie to me. Simple. We see he got the jewels from Hatton Gardens. Why would he want to lie about that?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. At the end of the day, jewels are not, they're just style. But seeing that bank account, that's money. So what would you rather want? Talk about someone that's jewels that's fake, or look at someone's bank account and say that it's actually there, you've got money there, sitting there. Talking about change is just something you just put on where just say gives you style to look good, but when it's money can actually do, you can do big things with that. It's just change. It's nothing that serious. It's nothing serious at the end of the day. It's just something to make you look good. But money is what you need, isn't it?
What's your favourite Kidavelly song?
Rolling Edition Out.
Sorry?
Rolling Edition Out.
Yeah, I find that a lot. Everybody loves.
What is it about that song especially?
Like the bass, like my mum vocals proper hit like the music in it, like, and then it's really it. But.
So, Kidavelly, would you say you got sort of long-term friends, or have you dropped out most people?
To be honest with you, G, I've fell out of a lot of people, innit? Because you see what is how I see it, Bobs, yeah? Like, certain man that was around me, they were fake. You get me? They just wanted to really see man's downfall. But you see, when I've cut out them, man, shit started to really get better for man. You get me?
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about music, even music and other things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That stuff that I just cut, that man there wasn't really benefiting me to push forward. You get me? When you got certain people like that around you, this is why I realised why I had bad luck. I thought it was just me, just bad luck on man, but it was the people that was around. You get me? They weren't supporting man, weren't trying to push me forward or nothing. And I was showing them love, and then they didn't have man. When I was in beef or broke, and they were nice, none of them looked after me, bro. But this is my nigga. See man like J1 up, that's my bro. That we know each other. He's been in the ends, tear. We never used to talk. We used to see each other. But a couple years ago, like, you get me, we became niggas. That, you know what I'm saying? For that, what, 4 or 5 years now, you know what I'm saying? So, with other people, my brother, like, just, like, you get me, I had to cut them off, bro, because they can't be in man's lifestyle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not really giving me that sort of, like, that, you know what I'm saying? I'm there for them, but they weren't there for me. They weren't doing nothing to benefit me, you know what I'm saying? It's done, man. It's done.
The world we live in is just a messed up world. Like, you see people with their own ops. You see people cool. Let's say, for example, there's one person that I know from Tabard, right? There's a hell of people that chilled in Tabard that's meant to be us in our circle, but they turn out to be like snakes. Like, and the world we live in is just turned to like everybody turns into snake. Everybody's temporary. Everybody like that. So he just found a much more wiser for himself that, you know, you gotta stay woke with the music that he does as well. That he's gotta stay on point.
Because as you just said, you guys known each other a couple of years, and you just turned around and said everyone's temporary because you're of beefs you guys have had with people that you kind of knew. So as you guys have known each other not that long yourselves, can this be temporary as well?
No.
What's different about this relationship?
That's a bloodshed thing. You get me?
You see,
that's a bloodshed thing,
bro. Bro, let me just say one thing, yeah. That's how this one be temporary. Because one thing is that a lot of niggas that's been with him in the past, right? I don't want to talk to you fellas on that cam, but all I can say.
I don't mention any beefs or nothing like that.
Yeah, but I can just say one thing is that our friendship won't die. It won't die. It's there, bro. It's there. Like, loyalty is everything.
We've got each other, fam. Even if my brother, even if he's in the wrong, I still got man. That's my bro. You get me? Even if he's in the wrong, that's still my bro. Like, you get me, fam? Even if I'm in the wrong and he's in the wrong, we're still brothers. You know what I mean? So it's how it goes. Like, my man's real, innit? Like, with me and him, like, we're never gonna fall out, bro. If we fall out, we'll be cool again. You get me? Shit happens and that. If I fall out with niggas like that, you get me, bro? Like, most of my niggas are either dead or in fucking jail, bro, or got deported back to their countries. But this is my bro. He's from the ends. We've known each other for years. Instead of proper, like, you get me, that messing with each other and that for the past, that maybe 5 years, like, you get me, that that's my bro. You get me? Like,
so it's 2021. What does this year look like for you? What projects you got coming? What can your fans look excited to see?
So I've got an album coming with 17 tracks.
Yeah. Any features to look out for? Yeah,
there's features, and I've done a tune called Donald Trump with my man from the Migos group, Migo, Domingo, and Evander Grimm from El Paso. Okay. American team, we done a tune, put it out there on Vivo. We've got more projects we're gonna do in the future, but that's there. Done a tune with Sir Mac from Chicago as well. People know they all got blue chicks and they're big labels, innit? Some people will know them and some people won't know, but they're famous in the ends. But you get me? And other tunes on the mixtape, there's solos and there's girl tunes and like proper things coming out on there, innit? It's not just based on drill and trap. It's everything. You get me? It's gonna be a strong mixtape. Like, looking at the lineup, how I've structured the thing, it's gonna be strong.
So, if we're gonna say to identify yourself, who is Kidavelly? What would you say Kidavelly is? I'm
just a real individual, but people look at me as a gang member, but of course, innit, like, whatever. 061, we turned that into a music team, or like, you get me? Yes, obviously used to be on PDC on 28, so we've done our own thing.
What does the 061 mean? What does it represent?
Well, 061, well, we just do the shred of music thing, but innit?
No, I'm trying to say that because I'm not sure do the numbers represent something, 061? Because I know, like, in Birmingham
Original
members.
6 members.
Original 6 members.
Yeah.
Okay.
It stands for a lot of things as well, but it stands for other two other things, but I like that one. Original 6 members. That's it. You feel me?
Okay. And why the 6? Why 6?
You get me, fam? Because when we started the team, there were 6 members. There were 6 of us. That when we started the team, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's why we look at it like the original 6 members. You get me? Because like, think about it. When we started the team, there was only 6 of us.
Yeah.
And then the team, we expanded the team in it that nobody will ever know that, you get me? Because that's why we just keep it original 6 members, because it was us 6 and them 6 people that obviously not including me, the other 5 people, they're dead.
So everyone from the 061...
That when we started it from the start, yeah, the other 5 are dead, and every day it bans, man, because even man, that's my fucking broski. You see J1 up, that's my guy. Like, you feel me? But when the man there died, like every day, like you still think about it, G. You have nightmares seeing that, you get me, of my brethren.
Where were you guys all from?
Where they're not meant to be, but like, you feel me, huh?
Where were they all from? Where did you guys grow up?
Well, see, some of them grew up in like Brixton, some of them grew up in Tubbard, some of them grew up in Clapham, innit? They didn't have to be from my ends, but it was all 061, you get me?
And how they all died from...
I won't lie to you, the only two of my niggas that are the 6-7 that's dead, yeah, like obviously 2 of them only died from the road thing. That was my nigga Lanks. You feel me? My nigga Lanks and that, you get me? Like he died from something like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Got bored up by I got set up by a girl, and I was with him. Imagine how we are right now. I can be with J1 up right now. A man goes out there, and the man gets killed, bruv. Like, you get me? I'm telling man, don't go out there, fam. You get me? That was man's bro, fam. Like, that was I looked at him as man's blood. The way me and him were so close, like, you feel me? And then next minute, man's got killed, bro, because he went to link a girl and got set up.
There were 6 of you guys, and 2 were killed through the roads. So the other 3 died because you're relatively young. Was it illnesses?
Obviously, the other ones, they died from car crashes, innit?
Oh,
And the other one died from lung cancer as well. Skits that he died from lung cancer in jail, innit? Because he used to smoke a lot of cigarettes and smoke a lot of weed and shit like that. He died from lung cancer.
So you're the only member left now?
Huh?
You're the only member left?
There's probably like 3 of us left, like probably 4. Hold on. 4. There's probably 4 of us left. Through the environment as well. Like, we're here, innit? The rest have been in jail. They're still in jail. They're coming out soon. And the ones that's been in jail got deported back to their country. You feel me? Okay. So the rest got deported back to their country. Because you know when you're not born here with the prison thing and that, they send their man back home. You get me? Everybody knows that. So you get me, fam? But it's cool, innit? Because at the end of the day, man just got to keep going, innit? It's not about having 10, 15 man in a video shoot, bro. That's dead. Like, man's a grown you. I'm 26. That's stuff I was doing back in the day. I always had to have a lot of man in my videos, but it's about who's real I want around me in my videos, because them people I've had in my videos have been fake. So when you fall out with them, I'm watching the video and seeing fake niggas in the background of my video.
I hear that. So I guess with all the madnesses that still goes on the roads, and you being 26 now, is it a thing that where you feel that you were ever going to just leave the roads alone in terms of not getting involved in any madnesses? Or is it a thing that where you think this thing is like, it's never going to leave, you have to always look over your shoulder?
This is Southeast. You'll never know when you're going to get yourself into a madness, no matter what age you are. You will never know when you're going to get yourself in a madness. You may be 26, but trouble will always find you in Southeast London. It's not, maybe you can stay away from it, you can try to go as far as you can, but the beef will always seem to always find you. That's the one thing. We live in Southeast London. No such things that are, would you ever try and stay out of madnesses? The beef will always find you, no matter where you are. Liverpool, Manchester. So.
And is it a thing that where, how old are you, if you want me asking?
23.
23. So is it a thing that where you're kind of having to look over your shoulder all the time as well?
Wherever I am, I'm comfy. Yeah. Wherever I go to, I'm just comfy. Like, I don't have to look up on my shoulder and live my own life.
Because you know what it's like? You see what people describe us on the internet? They hate him because they know what we've done on the roads. But you see with us, man, we're just trying to do good. You get me? But they look at us in a certain way. You feel me? We still do our thing. Like, man's going to bump into man, next man. Like, coming off the roads, my brother, like, you get me, man? We're all trying to do it. This is why we do music, to get out the hood, bro, to help our families, help our kids, and like, help ourselves out and help our families. You feel me? That's the thing, you get me? But you're always going to have to look over your shoulder, bro. You can't be You can't be walking around here thinking that, rah, man's all comfy. Yes, you can be comfy in your hood, bro. What's going to happen when the next man now pulls up on you, bro, and just lick your head off? I've had niggas that stand in front of me, my guy. You get me? Like, it's long. You feel me? It's long, bro. Like, you get me? When you really see it, we're all trying to make it out of the hood, but of course you got to watch your back. They got to watch their back too. You feel me? It's the same thing. It's the same thing, bro. We're all doing music to try to get out of this fucking shithole we live in, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, how fam?
Let's say this. God willing, the music thing works out. But God forbid, the worst case scenario, music don't work out, the acting thing don't work out. What's your future looking like? What are you trying to do?
Oh, I'll just do the trading thing or something, my brother, innit? But I'll still make music, innit? Even if it don't happen, if I don't still blow music, I'll still make music, innit? And just do something else on the side, jump on the trading thing. Obviously, like what I do, I started doing the trading thing still since like probably August, you get me? So,
how's it going with the trading thing?
It's alright still. It's been alright, innit? Some days you make, it's not every day is Christmas, you feel me, bro? Not every day is Christmas on the trading thing, innit? Like, remember, I'm just kind of new to the thing, so you got someone, you got your stockbrokers, you got this and that help you up, you get me? So, told you the best thing to invest in, so, you know, that at the end of the day, my brother, like, they're just seeing it, what happens, so at the end of the day, I still been making a piece of that, you get me?
Any messages for anyone that's been hating on you?
Like, bro, if you've been hating on me, like, F them, actually, innit? But at the end of the day, bro, if they've been hating, F them, I just told them to tune in, innit? They've still been tuning into the thing, so at the end of the day, my brother, innit? Like, I'm just trying to do me. If you don't, like, if you're with me, innit? If they're not with me, get to know. If you don't want to get to know, then piss yourself, innit? F yourself. Don't watch me.
Alright, guys, that was Kidavelly. As you said,
Look up to everyone, innit? I've got respect for everyone. Everybody knows me. I'm a respectful person, but I respect every single person. If they show me love, it's cool. People know me. But if you're coming to me on a certain energy and moving fake, then people that know me, I don't tolerate that stuff, innit? As I say, if you're with me, please stick with it. If you're not with it, then if you don't know, then get to know. Then if you don't want to know anything or be with it, then piss off. Simple. Fuck off, man.
Alright, cool. That was Kidavelly. Also with J12. And what we're gonna do, as you said, next time he's on here, we're gonna go with him, do a diamond test. Is that a promise that you're giving to us exclusive here?
I can do that. We'll do that.
Say no more, guys. As you said, you
buy the diamond tester. You bring your diamond tester. We just go to fucking Hunting Gardens and get that. And I'll prove all these motherfuckers wrong.
Say nothing. That was Kidavelly.